my older brother was shot 6 times.
6 times.
He drove himself to hospital. 6 bullets in his body. You know, gun violence. The guns are killing our people. There were no guns in the township.
This thing is like real. It's happening. This is when you go. Actually,
I didn't get this. No, okay. Maybe the poetry language.
yeah.
Okay, let's read.
Remember that guy was sign language? You go working. Now let the president oh.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, so
What a fun actor.
see that. And that's actually fair to that guy. Like, yeah, I don't know. Did you pick that one up? Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna go. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hunting, guns, cock. That's the walk that we talk on this block. Batuntsitse mang, taki on taki. Kasi, crazy, trigger, pullers, baudala, can, just for fun. To see taki scatter and run is nothing new under the sun. Batuntsitse mang, taki on taki. Faces painted and powdered like clowns. Ghetto gossip mongers in pink and white nightgowns had rounds of gun sounds and peeped out their windows to a horrific sight of blood-stained grounds. Batuntsitse mang, taki on taki. Boma hlalela balegation kospazasa my friend kakwaya morning talking about which family is mourning chale nakutlile ka shot ya mathomo ya warning ka utlwa ka na mana re twintsa mpiempie ya tella damane ya gwella silile high 10 ka bo 10 ko site ya bo Braben and then bathuntsitse mang taki on taki. Taki did for a polo VW khaki gabo daylight isaki next door le bralaki ba bethile braka ba qovakara bela se le diplaki bathuntsitse mang taki on taki. Ana o lady a sutlwe sella a bethe ke letswalo a ro founela ngwana hae e le paleng Hantesvare da boy ba motsere sat ka 2 bullet. One ko tlhogong, one ko maleng, just for the argument that's a useless, it's a bolo, jali, saleng. It's enough, taki on taki lebareng. Bathuntsitse mang, taki on taki. Party, dilo stofong, fellow dizolong, only to wake up with gunshot holes, ko kalafong. Bathuntsitse mang, taki on taki. Ba bethile me braka 6 bullet modimo ko moholo yena o sa phela taram. I can't say the same for my other brother dollar 6 bullets se shole se aram van aldi laitikis met 4 wapen tenkoreles varam omtese. Bathuntsitse mang, taki on taki. Random tavern mass shootings. A yep, Chocolane, Morgan Motswala, Resa Jaivela, DJ somebody, Anotsena, Atunza somebody, Ish, Hadi Buddy, Batuntsitse mang, taki on taki. Batuntsitse mang, taki on taki, Bafana Baba Stout. Joshua di Cancelara di Mayara Kanakwa di vote, dirty political business, cutthroat. Tomorrow on Daily Sun, brother shoots siblings for TV remote. Bathuntsitse mang, taki on taki.
Hey. Oh, Koji, we're doing this. Are we not something?
Clip.
This is what we do in poetry.
Hey.
Sure, that was powerful.
Moetry, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man.
That was powerful.
From striker to a poet. You know, like Moetry, I used to play, still plays
Yeah.
when he gets time.
Yeah, when I get
Soccer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I hated this guy. I was always backline. I don't wanna get too far. And
That's quite a sound.
that's quite a sound.
Yeah.
I'm the tallest amongst everyone. Like as in this room. I bet I get Jody telling another I want to Benny McCarthy next thing it's in. And again, I'm pali. I bet I say yo, I mean, how's it going?
I'm good, my man. But
Thank you, Anta.
thank you, black on black violence.
Ish. Powerful.
Yeah.
And again, they say, like, yo. Wow.
Yeah, but it's coming from, because I know poetry, it's something that when you would write, it's coming from somewhere. You just don't wake up and say, I'm going to write about New York when the culture that you grew up in has been maybe what you've witnessed that you ended up writing this piece. What do you call this piece that you...
But when it's among Taki on Taki, that's the name of the piece.
Taki on Taki.
Yeah, so this piece, I wrote it on the 15th of November last year, because at 11, my older brother was shot 6 times.
6 times?
Yeah. And funny enough, he survived. He drove himself to hospital. 6 bullets in his body.
You lie. Yeah. He drove himself after getting shot 6 times.
Early in the morning, 4:45. 4:45. It's a taxi business.
Oh, he's in the taxi
In
business.
the taxi industry.
Hey, that's rough, eh?
Yeah. So, gun violence. Guns are killing our people.
Yeah.
Guns are killing our people. And I often think to myself, for a matter, back in the 80s, 70s, there were no guns in the township. Because remember, as black people, for you to have guns, it would have been dangerous to the system of that time. War. So when the war ended, they brought all the guns to the township. And then who do we use these guns against? Ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, gun violence, it's bad. It's bad.
And to think of it, like, I think when I saw a gun, is like like recent stuff. But when I was still in primary, I've never been exposed to, someone, when they say someone has passed, it's like maybe car accident,
Yes.
But now when you go on social media, I saw the late AKA. I saw, what's this guy's name? Somebody that you also, DJ somebody. And then that's when you start seeing that, oh, okay, this thing is like real. It's happening, So, Moetry, my brother, a lot of people might not know you. Right? So, I want to hear from you, because I know you, Joe Takasi, Joe, tell us a bit about yourself, and then I know like poetry is like, it was not there before.
Yes.
Maybe in your own private space.
Yes.
But where did you grow up, and then what have you been doing so far?
Okay, so born, bred and battered at Mamelodi, hospital.
Kodag.
Gebeletse straight, ke Mthokozisi Mamelodi through and through. So holela kasi buffer zone, childhood, Tiski, and then mind you, Kokasi, we the blessed generation, so to speak. Nel Mafia's nesting. Nel Mafia's used to be our playground.
The ground, yeah, I remember.
You remember Kakashi?
Yeah. There was a place called Kakashi.
Kakashi.
Yeah.
The swimming. So, and then now my thinking is always, sorry, Mamelodi Shapri Vizakasi, but when we grew up, maybe for the first 6-7 years of our lives, or I would even say till the age of 9, Mamelodi was more of Plaza than Gasi.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not straight like the Lergeng. Was now study gravel,
Yeah.
Obri.
Yeah.
And then, okay, first time we were exposed to guns, Giga Obri. Whenever
Yeah, you remember Aubrey, there was a time where
Yes.
we were playing the farm, then we knew it was a warning.
we knew then we must leave.
Yeah.
And Artlogo Obri, we know we'll go to your street, Radales by Tumbam.
Hey.
And then those those were the days. And then you know what was nice about childhood arena was that even Batswadi, they knew where to get us.
There were few places we could go.
There are places we could go were very limited.
Yeah.
And then it was those things, one of those things. Batswadi arena would come Kadichali Tsawona, Bakukane from Jarata to Jarak. But they were squiring, because they knew that's
when
because
yeah.
so yeah, grew up in Mamelodi, buffer zone, or Senasgela Kusindao, Kokasi, and then it's one of the memories that I have growing up Kusindao, because we are right opposite Tsakotao. Tsakotao was one of the most notorious schools. Yeah. It's one of the most notorious schools. And I remember there was one incident, known as strike, Savannah was scared.
Yeah.
And the thing is, at that time, even the branding, the police and stuff was not like the branding now.
Yeah.
Still had again, yellow melo, kwela. Hey, like they were shooting. So abona ko olela kasi, and then from oleng ko kasi, somehow I don't know if it was a calling or what it was. So about 2009, I would go to initiation school.
Yeah.
And then upon coming back from initiation school, I learned so much go initiation school. You know, things that people by a university for 7 years, I learned in 3 months.
Hey.
How to read the stars, the sun, positioning the sun when it's like this, what does it mean, the moon, you know. And then after that,
so hey, initiation school. I think Mariha now. Can I say that, or I can't say that, right?
You can.
Okay.
You can. Now remember, for initiation to be something that is in the olden days, initiation was not sacred. It only becomes sacred invasion, Yamako, colonization, because our elders thought, if there's one thing we could preserve Wabona and not expose it out there, it's this thing.
Yeah.
That is how it became sacred. It was not so sacred back in the day.
Yeah.
It was like exposed. Everyone knew about it.
Yeah.
And it became sacred as a way of preserving the little that we have after colonization.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, man, and I guess my love for poetry starts there, because that's poetry. And when I say my own given name,
can you say that? Yeah, say.
Eta khanywa na isa khanywa ke nna thulare thelerina masogana ke rile ntla go thupantsha ka la bothanga bo sogana ke ne ke se mongwe ke ne ke na le bagora ba ka bo squat sa mapelapelane, like, you know.
So when did you go for initiation?
2009.
And you still remember Sereto Sating now?
You was it Sereto sa house Matheula?
Yeah, I know it.
Exactly.
Why he's lying.
I know there's a lie. Wait.
That's a lie. Prince, that's a lie.
No, why do you know?
Lying.
Do you know yours?
I didn't say I know, but you're lying. You are lying.
No, I know mine. Yeah.
Really?
Name, yeah. I know it. No, I know it.
Yeah, but recite.
What's up? Where's the mic? Let's. So now, because of initiation, I wanted to talk more about that, because of a lot has changed now. I see our young boys now. There's people talking level. I don't know if you've noticed. There's people talking about our young boys, but kukuming. So they're running to initiation, and then most of them, or some of them, what is said out there in the public is that they're very naughty. They're doing very, funny things before when they actually went there. Have you experienced it?
I've heard about, although I'm very surprised, Wori, you learned a lot about things like reading the stars, and I never thought you would learn that kind of thing. Go kukomeng, but I do know that a lot of families do say bana ba thabela ko teng. I just didn't know about the change behavior.
Look, one of the things I got to realize, and then you must remember, Rena's Matebele, it's very different from other cultures. Rena we go once in 4 years because of we get signals from the stars, from the skies, from the heavens. Okay, it's time. When the moon is in a certain position, during the winter constellation, it's a science. And that's the problem. It's a spiritual process. And when you undergo a spiritual process, one of two things is bound to happen. You're either gonna learn or you're gonna get damaged. In here.
Yeah.
You understand? Same as with the church. There are people who go to church, some go there and they get knowledge, they learn and they practice. Some go there and they get damaged. You understand? So it's a similar thing. It's a similar thing. And one of the biggest problems that we have, again, I'll refer to colonization. Essentially, the purity of that process. So now, a lot of people, and I always say, like I'll interview people about that. And I interview, and it's 1% who actually get to realize the reason and the purpose of that place. 1%.
Who's that person?
You have to be spiritually woke to realize what the real purpose of there is.
But how many people are spiritually woke?
It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I mean, and again, one of the first lessons you get to learn, it's etymology, the foundation of words.
Etymology level?
He just told you what the meaning is. It's just a foundation.
The foundation of words, you understand?
Yeah.
So, hence, hobali direto. Now, hangabutsa anyone why do you say probably they won't tell you because they don't know why we say that. And they don't know why the reto are what they are. And they don't know hore the reto tse dira hore. For them, it's just words that, okay, sharp. You can't read.
Yeah.
But it's not about that. You need to understand the meaning. Hore, what do they mean?
So the reto, what do they mean?
The reto, basically, it is just like Sereto Sabuhen. Like, remember, name to us as Africans, it doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a surname.
I heard someone saying that we don't actually need to have surname.
We don't.
I think apparently it's like the colonized.
Yes, because surnames were introduced to us as Bantu. I hate using the word African because it doesn't belong to us as well.
Hey, Africa.
Like, we take so much pride. Hey, Africa. How the hell did you get the name Africa? Because there's 4 theories, and all of them lead back to Europe, and the most popular being the Roman theory, Africanus.
Yeah.
You understand? So, Revat, we are Bantu.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, as Bantu, Luena herself now as Prince, you were supposed to have a totem that you are adding to your ancestral line. Like, as an example, Prince Wakala, the social with the Prince. And then children must now take it from there. We don't have surnames, we have totems.
Sure.
I'm sorry. So now, hence the importance of that place. That place will basically tell you through the reto as to what nature is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it possible for a man to come home?
No.
Exactly. But then it is those things alluring they lead up, like, as I said, now my name, Tulare Telerina Masohan, leader of young men.
I didn't know this thing about Togo, guys. That was like Moetry all the way, but yeah.
Yeah, well, and then that's where my love for poetry starts as well, through learning the red. When I love the red. I love the red. Like, I always mutharekin keys. Like, oh, kabazela kamavo.
Yeah.
I always love doing that.
My table.
What is it?
My
And
table.
he said he knows it.
What?
So,
Yeah.
if I can just ask you, you mentioned that different cultures do initiation differently in terms of every 4 years and so on, right? Do you, to your knowledge, do they teach the same things within different cultures when they're at initiation school, or do different cultures do their own method completely?
No, we teach the same things in different ways. Again, I will make reference to religion.
Mm.
But when like your Christianity,
Yeah.
it has a lot of mentions. That's why you will get Maroma, you will get Apostoli, Zionists, but all of them preach the word of Jehovah in a different way. So the initiation is the same thing. We do the same thing, just in a different way.
Okay. And then I just want you then because you just mentioned religion now. So as someone who is such a, how can we put it? You very much want to see the black man, like the, new age Steve Biko. Let's put it that way, right?
Steve Biko, just to feel.
Then what are your personal beliefs in terms of religion? Because then we always think about the Bible and who brought it here and who wrote the Bible. And so where do you stand in terms of religion and your Africanism?
Religion, for me personally.
Hey, but I remember your post, you hated Christianity.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yes. Because to this day, religion is the biggest tool for colonization and is the biggest tool for infighting. And I always make this example. I'm like, okay, we go to Nigeria, for example. If we go to Nigeria, there's a lot of fighting amongst sometimes that have nothing to do with us. You get black brothers in Nigeria, and then they kill one another protecting a religion that they don't know where. It's a guy. One is Christian, one is Muslim. And then we fight along those lines, forgetting our skin color. We are the same. So, and having read the Bible and other holy books, there are things that don't make sense to me. Like, for example, there's a part called Bible and forgive your enemy. But then there's a part called Bible if your son is unruly, you must stone him to death. Like, no. No. So now I feel like religion, if I look at it, and you must remember the Bible is plagiarized. The Bible is plagiarized. Everything that's written in the Bible in Africa. And then they take it, they turn it, isute agenda yabo. Or isute agenda yabo. So religion is the one thing that makes us as black people to be docile, we know the problems, we know the flopodica, but because of religion we'll come back and say, so it created that thing out reve docile, and how can I put it? We have hope. Okay, everything is gonna be okay when we get to heaven, but there's no such thing, because the creators of this world gave us this world. This is our heaven, but it's been turned into hell. Mamelodi is hell, Silver Lakes is heaven, kind of thing.
Hey, perspective, Mamelodi is hell, Silver Lakes is heaven.
But now, then I also want to, because which is very true, the fact that the separation of religion has tried to, so now we look past our skin color and then we'll attack things on religion. But now then, what is your opinion? Because obviously you're I can tell you have a lot of foresight and a lot of insight. So then what are your thoughts on tribalism? Because in as much as maybe now you can say, direto and we need to stand our grounds and our cultures, and you can say Mkhize Hakatla, you can unpack that and so forth. But now then, what do you, in terms of the black man, what do you then say about this tribalism thing? Because for as long as I've known, it's always been Mazulu versus Mapedi, Indemede versus Xhosa. So where does that place us?
Now again, you must remember tribalism, and we focus on what? The ism. Isms and schisms. Those are not our things. And that is why always not someone, when they say, when you are of the Ndebele tribe, that's cool. I'm not of the Ndebele tribe, no. I'm of the Ndebele nation. You are of the Tonga nation. We are nations, we are not tribes. Tribalism itself was something that's enforced.
Without a doubt.
Korena, to divide and conquer, because you must remember, the one key strategy of colonization is to divide and conquer. So rather than acknowledging where you are bigger, because if I refer to Mapedi as a tribe, they are not a tribe, they are a nation.
But how many people think like you? That's the problem.
They are a nation.
It's been how
a nation, Mapedi are a nation. We are not tribes, we are nations.
And let's clean it out. We are nations, wow.
Nations, we are not tribes.
Yeah.
Because if you go to England, or to Europe, is there such a thing as tribes in England? No,
but that was the purpose of it.
There's Russians, there's Germans, there's no tribes. Why now, when we come here, there must be tribes?
Yeah.
And now, one thing, if something you cannot explain in your own language, then it does not exist.
That is true.
King tribe. What tribe? Max. Guluva. Where's the mic? Let's hear what. That's the mic. Guluva just said some. Guluva, she's here as Kanahu. What do you want here? What you give? Move a mic. Move a mic. So we normally bring friends to join us because we just want to build. It's no longer the social with apprentices, the social and friends. Guluva, introduce yourself. She's here for vibes. Yeah. Offense on your social kanakima. Madam Guluva. Yeah. So tribe asemukholi. Because you just said tribe asemukholi. Tribe Vicky. Kelelo. Joe's reason, Joe. Aye. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So and she had a very important point, tribe. Now, what a tribe is in comparison to a nation. Like now I belong to the Ndebele nation, to the Mahlangu clan, to the Kaule tribe.
Do it.
But when you say Mahlangu, because you say no surnames, why would you still say Mahlangu?
Clan, not a surname. It's a clan. It's not a surname. Hey, it's a clan.
I am equal. So yeah.
So remember, surnames are only introduced for purposes for purposes to be able to say, okay, Hamateula, Honale Majita Maitu. We need them. And for purposes for tax. So that it's easier to collect tax. And that is why, if you look at royalty all over the world, if you can tell me who Sfanisa King Mswati Gemang, I'll give you my last cent.
Hey, Google, hey.
Google it.
Meds.
Google it.
Oh wow.
You go to the Arabs, for example, the Sheikhs.
Yeah.
It will be like Mubarak al-Hussein al son of. So that's why in the olden days, Ushaga ga, Ubanbani ga, Umswati ga so pulza. So basically our surnames, if I may put it that way. Now, again, when we bring it into the perspective of Mthokozisi, what's our sort of like surname revitsang? Isibongo. Isibongo.
Yeah.
But isibongo, ukubonga yini? Isibongo.
Yes. Yeah.
So we don't have a singular term, my surname. No, isibongo. Mahlangu gakaule, ukaule gamagweni, ihotsha lokombelebele. So our diboko tsa rena, they are given to us from our ancestors, and what did that particular ancestor do? And then it goes to you. What did you do? Then it will go to your twins. Your twins must take seboko sa hao. Or okay, my twinsy, a princey who started a social what, and then they build their own legacy of something, and then their children will be known by the action sabo.
Ish, this take me to Gerald's episode. I remember he once mentioned something like he's into finance and everything, but now he took us back to his ancestral journey, where he mentioned that actually Kubona, they were teachers. Hence now today, when he does these YouTube episodes, he's teaching now. But from a financial background, he's also aligning it with his history.
Yes.
But you see, my not even a problem, but my concern about everything is that I stand with you so much. I understand your thought process. Ne? The only issue is that every single day, my concern is we're becoming more and more diluted. And how he mentioned Nagama twins, they should be at a point where they can say, I'm from this, I'm from that, my father is this, my father is that. But Africans, they look up to whiteness so much that we have lost it. We have lost. In fact, the more kids that are coming up now, the new generation, it's terrible.
It's please.
So let's honor the isms. They're gonna continue using them. Language. These kids don't know. In fact, they feel more proud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know? So it's just it's something that I think I wonder where we need to go or what needs to happen. Because if we don't even know our what are you gonna teach your kids?
You.
So again, it goes back to religion. Religion made us docile because
it made us docile. Yeah.
Oh, well, because, and I always have this argument, no, this is not about the color of the skin, and I'm like, it is, because it's psychology. You don't need to go to school to study psychology to know the minute you subconsciously you're gonna see a white man.
Hey. Yeah, no,
So,
with you there.
Subconsciously, you're gonna. So once you kill the concept of God being a white man, then you won the war.
Yeah.
Because that's what kills our pride as black people. So that's why, I mean, if we grew up a go level blind. On thing, and then what would my answer be to you? King, when I live in you one.
Yeah, from being kids,
From being kids, we are conditioned.
That's why Baba Santabi, man, Joe. Like I started this whole thing, and all of a sudden, we're now cool. Yeah.
So going back to what you say, Kore, we need, in as much as possible, we need to try recover bits and pieces of where we come from, so we can know where we are going.
Because I hear when you say bits and pieces, someone would want to change everything and let's just take out English. Let's start with our own home language. But when you say bits and pieces, to me it makes sense, because it's been years that this thing that has been happening, but we can't say today is the day where we scrap everything because of Libo Nogar. They started bits and pieces.
Because now that is why, like, again, it goes back to Tabayang. What we know, Kore Bafikile 1652, Jan van Riebeeck and them. And then we became friends, gave them pieces of land, but that's not true. That's not true. Long before Jan van Riebeeck would land, the Portuguese tried to invade.
Before 1652.
Yes, there was Bartholomew, there was Vasco da Gama, there was Dromedaris.
Yeah.
But then the people known that today, but it's colored, which is a very derogatory term. They are black. They are like us.
Oh, but they don't like being black.
Mm.
Do not tell
But
a
it
black person
depends.
that they're black.
It depends.
No, but they
When it
don't. They don't.
When it's
When it
when it
suits
suits them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we like, if there's something huge happening in the country and they know that black people are gonna, charge, they're also black for some
Yes.
reason. All of a sudden.
Yes. So they obviously back then known as the Khoisan and whatever. They would encounter Portuguese, but Portuguese and they were defeated 3 times.
By us.
Yes. And then that's when now
Oh,
that's when now the English came with a different approach. But okay, before war, we divide, we conquer, then we kill.
So before war, they divide, they conquer, and then they kill.
And then they kill, and then they take.
But you see, another takeaway from me from what you just said, which is so powerful, is really be careful who write your history.
Yes.
Because what are they learning?
Yes.
There's so many versions of history. There's so many, and we're just taking it. Curriculum, wabadiwa, give you exam, pass it.
Why war?
So they took even the education.
Hey,
Yeah, and then that's another issue.
that's another big issue.
Yeah, like to this day, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to grasp why they had to teach me solve for X for 5 years. Saying solve for X. How solving X was strategy?
Next.
How solving X was strategy?
Yeah. Hey. Hey, what's the pain? Yeah. No, the pain is that we actually did it. We tried to solve for X, guys. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
For 5 years.
Or if how is someone as Gela? And I know which I think my next poem allegation will cover a bit of education as well. If, for example, we are to the schools that we went to, Sindaonye, Tlakokane, Tsakotabo, and what we are taught there, for example, teacher business economics, Mem Mahlangu. And Mem Mahlangu is your business economics teacher. But Mem Mahlangu is drowning in debt. How can she teach me economics? But then you go to Crawford.
Yeah.
And the business economics teacher actually has a side hustle, a business. And she's running. So she knows what she's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. You give me the business economics teacher who's on the verge of losing their car, who's on the verge of losing their house, who owns a mashonisa, and he's teaching me about economics.
Hey.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work because our teachers are given theoretical education.
Yeah.
We need practical education.
Hey, we lost, hey?
We need practical education.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you Koruda literature and poetry was called.
Because you relate to it.
Not memang Shakespeare.
Angamaz no Shakespeare.
But why is Shakespeare in the curriculum?
Hey.
So again, it's plagiarism. This is to make it look as if literature and poetry. It's what
The roots are, yeah.
It's not. We've had literature and poetry long. Do you remember white people are our children? Maybe that's why it's so hard for us to discipline them, because we've got that personal thing.
They are our children.
Yes.
Why people are our children?
I don't know.
Oh, you know, no, man.
There.
Oh,
There.
for real.
There.
Where do you get that from, Julia? What is that?
What do?
Why people?
Okay. I'll go into this. Why do you think baphela ba na le this urge to say, I discovered this, I discovered that, How can you tell me you discovered gravity? You're gonna tell us who Isaac Newton, who's this other guy who's said to be Einstein,
Yeah.
but they discovered gravity. Now, this urge, we discovered this, we discovered that. It is because they are new to the world. We are old to the world. We knew those things long before. We didn't even need to write about them
Yeah.
because we knew there was gravity.
Yeah.
It's just that maybe is a different terminology.
Where's the fault in that? Because if we knew, where are the scriptures? Because Bona, even I watched this movie, The Professor, how Oxford, the dictionary came about. Joe, when I watched it, everyone there was just white.
Yes.
It's almost as if like they created their own version. So now, where do we have something like that? Like what? Where did we lose it, guy?
Remember, as Africans, we are oral people. That is why I get it. Serato Saga, no one even taught me Serato Saga. It's something I grew up Bomalome, like whenever Honale something iralang, they say, and then we pick up, oh, okay, this is who I am. So writing to us, and I learned this from a brother called Zamalek Giza, who said, we invented methods and of which is true because the hieroglyphics tell you that as well. So, but then we thought, oh no, this system does not work for us. Then we went to the oral system of doing things.
Yeah.
And then now that is how it so happens. I mean, all your great inventors go Europe. They never studied in Europe. They studied here.
Yay.
Pythagoras studied here.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm thinking the Egyptian, what have you done? Lady
Pyramid.
Pyramid. Yeah.
They studied here. So hence now I'll defend my point. They are our children because they learn from us.
Oh, no.
And that is why I say to you, Ore, what they go to university to learn, that's 7 years and for eternity. I learned in initiation school in 3 months.
Jerry,
In 3 months.
do you think there's do you think there's hope for us? Because the other things that you must, even with our generation, no matter how many no matter how many social ills you see, everyone's hoping to just secure the bag and run
And go. Yes.
So then what are we leaving behind?
Since Kesahol, and I've always said this mindset. The thing, look, Kasi, let's be honest. Kasi is not a good place. Kasi is a construct. And as a matter of fact, I'm busy writing a book called The State of the Ghetto Address.
You are writing a book?
Yes.
Oh, to the Galalena Polo Malobayana, Joe. He's writing a book.
Claiming rights.
I want to write a book. I can write a book.
Called The State of the Ghetto Address. So, like, I go deep into Tabayakasi, the ghetto. Where does the ghetto come from? Why was the ghetto built? For who was the ghetto? And then I'm now basically case study, like looking at the Kasitsago USA, like Bronx and stuff. By the way, interesting thing, I met a lady from the USA. Go USA, someone who doesn't work, Wakukasi. The government gives them 26,000 rands a month. More get More get
That's why I'm living.
More get 350. So
And right away.
And then,
That's the thing.
here's the funny thing, ne? Or give a
26,000.
26,000.
26,000 rand. That a family, honoring, no one is employed, gets 26,000 rand.
A PhD. I know
More than a PhD.
Yo, dog. It's sad, eh?
And it's sad.
Yeah.
Mara, okay, Nana, if it was 26K this side, ne? And then Mutu, Ukugasi, just for example.
Yeah.
Don't you think they were just gonna chow that money?
The behavior, ne?
Yes, because
Not all of them.
Yeah.
I just mean, but financial literacy, you want us to 26,000 or half at the same time.
well, so
Yeah.
location for it too. And then there are a lot of things as black people we need to be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even after 400 years of subjugation, we were put in the ghetto. And I always make this analogy. It's a silly one, but I always have this analogy to say, Hangaya Kruger National Park, Wazia, Wahalebota, follow blind,
Uh-huh.
and you separate the carnivores from the herbivores.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think the lions will do when they have no access to zebras?
Oh, what was
They're gonna eat each other.
Yeah, kasi.
That's what the ghetto is. Because there's this big wall from the nice life of the suburbs, and then the Nabartia, Barvia Kokasi, as lions and hyenas. Now, we have no zebras and bugs to hunt, so we hunt one another. That's the analogy I use.
Sure. So kokasi rajan.
Like literally and figuratively.
But I think another thing, maybe, just know what it.
Yeah, going back to going back to point, yeah, she asked something and I think you didn't touch it. But some people, when they make it, they want to get out of Kokas. So since Kasi, it's not, you see how you were talking about the nation of Deben and how we were. So Kasi, it's not our roots.
No.
So it's not raw.
It's
to
not.
leave Kasi. Is that what you say? Like, so you advise everyone to leave Kasi or everyone to rebuild Kasi. Restorative, it's a ghetto. We rebuild it to a point it's no longer a ghetto. It's a place where people can start businesses and all that.
Yeah. And then in that, I think the best way to answer that, can I dive into the poem?
Nope.
Okay. Right. Nna, kasi, ntapisitse, ke wete, a ke sa nyaka selo. The sooner I'm out of here, the better. A ke sa nyaka selo. Ke vaya neng itieng, kore bona, ke fela le pelo. Ke wete ka location. Kasi fanlang ka leng heta ka mojolo meidolo a tshware dikholo ke tshokolo skiff kwa ithupul dizolo ho padile skolo ho padile bolo ka zolanyana bang hijack meipholo ke monate ka di exits ya tauno ke Gezina quantum after robot via rank Maseko bus number 47 to Centurion raise your ticket bus stop traffic and metro cop Rien Gailo babithile cable ko Stasi ke sharp ka kasi boys for jukebox and Brenda Fasi e tletse ka tshele dipleke fanjele assistele e tletse ka o seba you chomi ko kola ko squaring wa loye o shiana ka lepona ka bongwane ya matsa mang fistase skambotsa ka double ke rata bo dese ne ke slat I ke sanya ko patelana le di protection fee firme e ye biesa gate hi parama play casino till late phadi my party re winner ka spade awe ko kokwana ro buy plate monate mpola e samsam e jo a re blome ko di madi crate nna chickens time grade kan opa jump date nna ke nya ko tekela Equestria Estate yeah a ke gane ke ba firstana blind din topis ba din dongo mane melaiti grot mane ke tshweleng slanjo meta into combination faster than Jotopia jo 8 geskit met semzit gazet Van Flosham and Brentwood and Zotital, Bafana the Boys Street Soccer Tupal, Nyaupe, Menopi, Quarara, Amapara, Groovers, Piano and Katara, Kawara, Koyakai spanning More Mara, Lengobes Parapara, competition Lebanaba next door, family of 8, one Mukuku sleep on the floor, but the Bama Tep and Beteke Skepe, Tazodiviana Ketadi Pumula, Ghetto Aretole Hopumul. Gewete allegation. kore bona a ke sanya go dependa ko magogo ka nyoko ya pension ke batla ya di suburb and create like dladla ya mention from Mandela's Park to Kruger National Park on vacation, no more Easter fabric, upgrade to Gautrain station, Crawford College level of education ke wete ka allegation geen spane geen plane nna ke nya go vaya ngona le nsole kampane mara go vaya ke tlo no vaya ene kankane omtese ke wete ka allegation ke wete ka bo ke di bone le bo dikeledi da ki selfie e le changane nyanywa le pedi ke wete ka bo go tlaloka ngwana ka rapela ramasedi ke wete ka di shebin soul session and R&B my friend Kampongo wa Cotley no sharp only RG ke wete ka smandane 24 corona ka di 7 skoloto 1 lion teenage pregnancies mama pene ngwana crayon ke wete ka service delivery estaraga ko bodaga ke wete ka vimba mphakathi ya metheng plus ulastaga ke wete ka allegation
Man, what?
Fine. Hey, give this man a stout. Give this man a stout. What's going on? I have to be honest, I was not ready for this today.
Yo,
What's going on?
how?
yeah but not in a context ya ring
Wait, fear.
ke nya go vaya complete no
Mm.
in a context ya what my brother said ring do we leave this place or do we build this place
Mm.
Mswara. And that often becomes the problem from Kalele Kale. Kore someone makes it wavaya. Hatlakasi. He comes to destroy, not to build. He made it remon.
Mm.
Hotsele na kasi atwa ageleza onna go senten. Hatlakasi. Rather than giving us the idea as to how we can
Hey.
That's true.
Oi.
And that's what the
we
people
see,
want.
we see it every day. Look at you. There are guys kasi who made it, baspana shapo the business. They're gonna come buy brothers alcohol.
Hey, no more stout, boy. No more stout. No more stout.
Yeah, buy brothers alcohol.
Mm.
Wabo. And then we end up doing what? We have no one to look up to because they are gone.
Yeah.
We look up to Baba Setting Kokasi. And most of the time, Baba successful, Baba Setting Kokasi, get it, man. Get it.
Yeah.
So
Those are the heroes for the young
those are the heroes.
Those are the
Those
heroes.
are the heroes. And not necessarily through their actions, but through their acquisition of position, material possession.
Yeah.
Tamanu vaya ka beer.
Mm.
I don't have access to mang otwileng kasi aya men lane or waterloof.
Mm.
Beer muge bona ga tsotsi. So for me, that's the easiest way to get it. Because Ola Hata, okay, you study, you work, you do this. Hata unrekela be. But Ola Watsotsi, guess what? Hata random, abafana waka, trench.
Because it's a situation saka.
A situation saka.
Hey,
You get my point.
because buying you a bottle won't even help.
At all.
So rather, let me get you bread or something like that.
Exactly.
Because I know see, this is what I know very well. Because
Yes.
I live and breathe.
But also the ones that are successful, sometimes they enjoy that separation.
They enjoy the separation.
So they don't want to build you.
Yes.
Let's just drink. But Nagausani, hey, I'm putting my suit on.
Yes.
But I don't want you to be competition on my level.
Exactly.
So you stay, kitla around, but I'm
Yeah.
the star black child. And I can go back one.
I just want to also say, I understand, but there's many other reasons why it's like that. Also, maybe let's say, for instance, I know Joe Moetry, Haluko Kasi, are punctually, are consistent. How do I get you out of Kasi? Well, I can see your behavior right now. Is it only just because what we're saying is, I want to just keep you there? That's the reason. Or would you say also maybe,
Now,
don't show me signs of like you also want to leave the hood or what? Because I'm looking at this as the government. The one now, whenever they bring people in, hey, that next person who just joined now, hey, corruption,
yes. Now, in that context, like olebele di sababu versus kasi. Ko di sababu we build high walls to protect our wealth. Kokasi, we build high walls for fitla tsokolo. You get me?
Yeah.
Onswara. So those behaviors, obolelang ka tsona, and we had this conversation once, kere Joe. Motho o holetseng di-suburb, brawaka. Ambition ya high. Ha tlo tswa ko high. Like this person grew up in a mansion, 8-bedroom, walk-in closet, and all of those things.
Yeah.
Now, for this person to buy a house in the suburbs, it's not an achievement. That's why you grew up. That's why you grew up. It's not an achievement. Mara, it has to become an achievement.
Yeah.
And then those things, the edge to want to leave the ghetto builds those behaviors. Now, those behaviors, they are built because some give up, some fight on. I want to say, I want to get out of here, or I want to make this a better place.
Yeah.
But some folk for
Whatever
happens, whatever. And are not access to information.
Oh no, man. We have Google, man. We have AI.
Yeah, when I say we don't have access to information, again, it goes to that. Yes, you have Google, but then Daibra Eluring Oholetse Kasi, he made it via our business and Nago Sentene. However, he doesn't give you content to Google.
Gosh.
But also, I can I just also then maybe come in there and say, even if you have the free Wi-Fi spots, Muka, ceiling, people don't even Google the right thing.
They don't. I know one, go station 5, you find a lot of people by Memo. Molubo thing, I get maybe as if you go after the police station, I go station 4. I'm sure it's TikTok or it's Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay, even if when we come back, we must spoon feed for some reason. But although there are people that actually need access, need the internet, that that they want to. But Libona still, it's more of they victimize themselves to a level of ish. Prince Anyo Kuntusaka next, but you don't show that
interest. Yeah.
I'm tired too.
Hi, new hairstyle. Guys, Max is a new hairstyle. yeah, I like it. I love it. Yeah.
Come connectable now, hore. Even if any free Wi-Fi access to information, but that's already limited, right? But also there's access to information and there's also comprehension to the information that you're accessing.
The understanding.
Collocation and right to my teacher and my share with the translate to word back on no. Kono chalani wa mtasenotary teacher. So imagine if you and then I'm busy searching and information I can like it then I still assume like Banyaki or Hite it now we have to come into understanding information if I say Kalohani then still if I let off access to information but I understand the information even an access.
Yeah. Through that, and on her point, remember, social media is as good as it's dangerous. It's dangerous because of what? The algorithms. Remember, the algorithms, because the algorithms can be individual, can be community based. How you go Wi-Fi, you go Iverso Mamelodi. You search, if you go on Google, you most likely to find Dilo. Say Googleang ke batho bana. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Do they Google businesses?
Is it true, Jones? It's true.
It's true. Algorithms.
It's the same thing with China TikTok.
Exactly. Yes.
TikTok.
Yeah. There's no dance challenges. Go TikTok, go China. There's no dance challenges. There's technology. There's all these things. Rena, there's naked people. There's people making stupid jokes.
I'm no longer making jokes, guys.
No. I said stupid jokes.
Let's
jokes. I said stupid jokes.
No more jokes. No more laughing. Let's be serious.
No,
No,
look, we need a place of comfort to laugh and whatnot, but most of the time for now, we need to be serious.
Mm.
And I think as Bantu Babantu, we don't understand the situation we are in. Are you aware? We do not understand that we are a dying breed.
Huh.
We ngana ba di bitsang ka sekgowa diphoofolo tse e le goreng di a fela sekgale. We are an endangered species.
Mm.
We are an endangered species, and we don't even realize. Sorry, we don't even realize, because while on now, look at this, and I mentioned it to Megs. Obviously, Mamelodi. I've stayed in a townhouse. I've stayed in a gated complex. I've stayed go deflating. And I've stayed
You still kumkukung?
Yabo.
Oh yeah, kudlala wena. With so much knowledge. Yabo.
Again, part of the calling. So just to quickly take you back to that story. I lost span and I lost income. And I got tired of Tavayoreng. Chanzegimele mamula ka with the kitchen. Also vergela fanton der ran regele woro ton regele this. And then it was back in 2013. And then 4th of January, she came back. I cannot para you know say long got retly para ore ka guru kara nix. I took the little clothes that I have, put it in my bag, and then I found myself go Kaisens, a place called Kaisens, just outside of the Four East Broadacres area.
Oh yeah.
It's rough.
It's a rough.
I
area.
stayed there for 3 months, and there I saw life for what it really was.
Yeah.
I stayed there for 3 months, and I'm
Serious.
and there I met people. I want to link the degree. Drugs. So Kaisens, that place, I used to stay in a room. Hey.
You want it, Joe?
If I'm to describe it, she will stay, and then here, and then more. That's my room. I share a room. Lema fella, they became my friends.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my fella, like I'm talking giant
Roche.
And so construct your Kaisens. Going back to tribalism, construct your Kaisens. You will get black. They used to call it busy corn, but it's not actually busy corn.
Yeah.
It's another thing. I wanna take the busy, think of another word. She caught me. On swap.
Hey.
Kili prostitute fair.
Yeah.
The next block, drug dealers, Nigerian drug dealers only. Majita mapedi le matebeli, they share territory. Kema Zulu fair. And the scary part, hey, one guy, we just sitting playing casino one day. This guy's from Mozambique, she's child soldier. Out of nowhere, this guy says, Namshanje mangabula lumuntu.
Oh gosh.
Out of nowhere.
You lie.
It's true, Mafra.
That's how he felt. Killing someone.
And yet, one of the funniest things, I don't know if I should say it's funny or scary. Now when I look at, especially like the thing, the Verax money, the was spanning, one about contracting and stuff. On a Friday, when I even got into the game of selling weed, but I refused to sell cocaine, learning Menopi, and I said, white powder I will not sell. I'll sell weed to sustain myself. So in that 3 months I was there before I went back into the workplace. And the first thing I did,
Get a new place.
never, ever again. Now, the funny thing that I used to see there, okay, get a jacket and inaldino, like nenali ink equadi. And I bought something, and then 3 days later, someone who buy a Zolo at the very same note, gone, and then I bought goes pass.
The same terrain.
Very same note. This is the very same note. The funny thing is, in as much as Kaisens is a small little area, but I can tell you with confidence, like I don't have the exact stats, Mara, more than 5 million yatra. Honada. Komi Kukung. And then when I say Kaisens, yes, I'm referring to that, but Komi Kukung, all of it. Black people are the wealthiest, poorest.
I know, because Mawanike come in late.
Hey.
When was it? On a Saturday late night, I said 25. It's during the week, ne? I'm like, why? But I want to woman 980, and it was packed still.
Yeah, people have money, ne? Black people have a lot of money.
Yeah,
it is just that cheleta thing, ne? Yats and ayats.
Comes and goes.
Unlike other nationalities, Makua, Makula, where before chelete you thought to go family, is securely go family maybe high for.
Yep.
Hi, almost out on Donna.
I'm sorry. And when I say that, I'll give you example, ga context, yeah. Yeah, okay. Rather than waiting for my brother who's a taxi driver and he said, "Town, ke mo fe chop 5. Ke namela taxi mona." Understand? Such a little high because my brother is a taxi driver.
Yeah.
Go guy, I you go telling one town, okay, I get happy, but I'm get a guy. Ke fe na chop 5 fela, chop 5 fela guy. Go high. But the nurture chele that are wrong.
But the other thing, hate over your brother, I may be wrong. Maroga fitla couple padela 15 rand.
If it's your brother.
If it's your brother. We do that.
And that's nonsensical mentality.
We do that too. Just because I know you, it probably should be Harry. How is that gonna rotate if I got a discount or just a
that's what also kills businesses.
That's what also kills business.
And that's
We kill business actually. Because Okare, it's out there. We're saying, hey, black business is dying, but we are the actual.
We are killing black businesses because what you cannot go to Pick and Pay.
Never. Never.
Mara, you gonna exploit my gogo.
What the hell is going on?
I take it sang the tamati.
Man,
You buy cowboy, Zamaku, one so they can.
hey Joe, why
More
do
than
you
hobbies.
hate Makua? Like,
No, I don't hate Maku.
yeah.
I hate I've got white friends.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. I've got white friends.
If someone is racist, I know, I know black people.
Remember, I cannot be racist. I'm black. Black people can never be racist.
You for real? For real?
Impossible. Define racism for me.
Hey, Jones. A black person can't be racist.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Do your own means of production to subjugate another people.
Oh. Yeah, that's a really more if I own it. Like if it's mine, I can't be like coming to you and say, what's yours is mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you had a daughter, I want to know your standpoint, and one day she says, I'm marrying a white man. Sharp. Okay, well, we are on.
So my issue, and again I go back to the fact that old lady, may her soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
The victim of gender-based violence.
I wanted to ask, what happened though?
Yeah. So she was stabbed 26 times with a screwdriver by jealous lover. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Old lady was very militant and political because of Taima. But to Taima, and hence my name, my second name, Baragis Kulule, free us. Taima was on the verge of being hung. He was represented by the most famous lawyer that ever lived in South Africa, George Bezos. So both Taima, they used to Pretoria West more especially bomber white businesses, killing white people. As obviously it was a war between white and black back then. And then so Taima Bamotsuare, and then he goes to jail, and then on the same month I was born, he was meant to be hung. And then I was born, sentenced this week. And then they named me. And names are very important. Bambiza Skulule. And he was freed.
Oh, goosebumps.
And he was freed. So they helped.
Goosebumps.
And then this kid coming out, are you gonna write something like that? Like, oh, maybe
You have to.
You have to.
I have to.
I thought you have so much.
I have to.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of Hotoya Makoa, but it's a matter of hating the position we are in as black people as compared to white people. Equality, that's all I cry for. So now that's my plea to say we must be equal. We must have equal opportunities. So we must have equal opportunities because, I mean, for Mangamla Joe, how cruel are you to privatize education? To privatize healthcare? How cruel are you? You can't do that. And those are the things that I'm against. So, why must you have private education for a certain people and public education? It doesn't help. It's useless to other people.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing special. And it does not require money to give Mwanako Sindaonye the same education you give to Mwanako Crawford. It must not require money.
Yeah.
It's knowledge. Knowledge must be free. Knowledge must be free. And I'm just against white superiority and white privilege. I don't hate white people.
Still vote for the white planet.
I can't hate my own children. How can I hate my own children?
Doc, who do you look up to? Because now we're trying to figure out. Now I think we also lost a lot, but now how do we trace back? So the question is coming at the point, if the people that you look up to, that you follow, that maybe someone who's watching might be like, oh, okay, I get Moetry, but follow a man. What's the? Because I think what you're also trying to do is to trace back.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Zinzi Mandela Foundation. I look up to that, and custodian here, the Zinzi Mandela Foundation, is an elder by the name of Mkhulu Giza. There's Zamalek Giza, there's DJ Sbu.
Even DJ Sbu. Hey, you were with DJ Sbu.
And I was with DJ Sbu.
Sure, you get so excited.
And who's that lady?
And Tsiki Mazwai. Like, very woke. Very, very woke.
Yeah.
Very woke. Even not so long ago, I was with her. Very woke.
I was jealous. I'm like, yo, what?
Assessment.
So
yeah. How long do we have now? We will also have to close. And what are we doing? 1 hour 16. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got another piece. Yeah.
So yeah. Now this piece, I think it will answer your question. Yeah, why do you hate white people so much?
Oh, this guy came prepared.
Yes. So I call this CBDC, like CBD, Central District Business C. CBDC. You see the controversy, the dirty, dark, cold streets of the CBDC. Walk from work, have to find a taxi or lift ASAP. No lights, it's load shedding, bloody ESCOM, useless ANC, democracy, ruling class party, petty, bourgeoisie, no coverage, MTN and Cell C. Hey, Tsak, let your phone, okay, sharp, take it, but let me go free. I got a wifey and a baby, you see, have mercy, let me be. Thug with phone and wallet in hand for life, there's no guarantee. It's the CBDC, you even see it on TV, see CBD, youth shop to submit CV with high hopes of being an employee, drunk, beat down, drug addict, former celebrity, recalling the glory days busy. Mina talang vela ku SAPC, mina nga ektabule ya movie she and he, nga wina ma awata 3, baya ngazi mina oversee, baya ngaza bu bongo muffin na bo TKZ, mina selfie no Jesus, pussy Hennessy, tseku wile pari, take it easy. CBDC, we are equal in inequality. Gunshot, dead body over R1 million tender, BEE, pandemic, PPE, drug infested CBDC, ecstasy, it must fall, high fee, university, or it must be free because it's one expensive key. Get the degree only to grind at KFC. CBDC, see what we see in the CBDC. Black beggar lazy, black beggar crazy, white beggar whoozy. Shame, poor, hobo, yale, koa. Sleeping next to the drain sewer like us who are poor. 400 years systematically poor, but the poor boer was maybe in the past an evil doer. Story for another day, resata ebua, keabua. I'm just going to the CBDC. High crime rates, though in every corner there's a security guard. Baton and whistle can't stop bullets. Life over $3,000 salary guard. Things hard. I choose life, I'm not a retard. Got a family and yard. CBDC, concrete jungle, roads tarred. Death easy, for breath no regard. Die over dice and card. CBDC, Daki bra for life scarred. Tutola kwere necklace paras body charred. ATM praise and heist bombard. Holiday resorts Sosataki pra bad, and we still go to the CBDC. It's our way out of the hood for good. Dreams of our childhood. CBDC, maybe a way to Hollywood. CBDC, maybe misunderstood, and it was in the CBDC where Jesus was betrayed by Judas and the likes of Julius Caesars. Et tu brute, you tu Brutus. Train late to the CBDC. As skis may bus, I'm leaving the ghetto to the CBDC. Salute me brass.
Hey. Hey,
Yeah, no.
where's your mic? Where's your mic? Already is producing something for you.
Need a song home.
Oh yeah, yes. Hey Jones, I was saying, yeah, because we must do an event, yeah. Hence I had the Rere Kotla Khumza, and then because guys, I'm strategic. You must listen to this one. Ne? It was Moetry, right? I'm calling it right.
Moetry.
Moetry, ne? And Boypeza, and then Khumza, and then Fuba Nation. They were supposed to be here all together, you know, so that they, Joe, guys, I'm a genius, guys. To put giants in the same space. As now Jones is saying that he needs to work with Khumza. I'm already thinking, oh, no, it might happen, it might not. Movember, to have legends, like unsung legends that have so much knowledge and not just vibes or trends, that there could be an event, like by us, but limited edition. No one is just specific people. This is not your buy the tickets, fill up the dome. Nah. You know what do you think? What do you think, Joe?
Okay, I think it's a great idea.
Why genius?
I think we should do it. We said November, right? But we're not gonna we'll cut this out, right? It should be a surprise to people, but we should do it.
Put it.
And
Even if we don't do it,
but it should start with a round table where the legends sit down and they talk, and then after that we can move it to the event. You build up to that event.
oh, I see. Another genius.
Yeah. So as you heard, there's a part more go poem where I say shame poor hobo yale koa, sleeping next to the drain sewer like us who are poor, 400 years systematically poor, but the poor boer was once upon a time an evil doer. Resata ebua ke ya boa.
Boy.
So
What?
it goes
It's calling.
that's what we're doing well so far.
No.
Refill, guys, refill. Legends.
So yeah, it goes again to your question now. Again, no, it's based on historical trends and the trends it's unknown to say we do diamonds sabar rat. Diamonds sabar ngak. Diamonds sabar kene. Diamonds sabar rat. And I'll tell you this. Got 2019, just before. No, this was 2018. Yeah. 2018. No, it was 2019, yeah. Before Tlotsena didn't yaure honale corona honale. I was working ko Jubilee, Jubilee Mall ko Hammanskraal. So right next to the place I used to work at, known as the Department of Labor. And now in the Department of Labor, there's a lady, old lady, probably in her 70s. And imagine, in her 70s. And this lady is there to lay a complaint for her. Uberekile a family for 30 years. She dedicated 30 years of her life to family amangam. I'm sorry. And I feel that pain because there's this thing that goes around to say, bana, babanj. They are ill-disciplined, they are unruly. But when we look at it, who is like a man? Because what's always gila, magobo ya rikishi. Oh, this is bana ba makhuwa. Oh, this is Jacques Marik. And then the bana ba makhuwa discipline. Who is like a man?
Our parents.
Exactly. So our parents go and raise white kids. Rena, we have to figure out life in that concentration camp, in that jail.
No,
Called the
that's
Township.
where it got messed up also.
And it's still getting messed up. Because with a free society is not one where we all can buy cars. A free society is one where me, an Indian and a white person, hey, Gezina. Now this lady, the stowed bus. They were known as the stowed bus. Apartheid. These people used to rape our mothers and threaten them. Now our mothers went back there. Our grandmothers went back there to work. Now this lady in her 70s, she works for 30 years, raising children and grandchildren of this family. And after 30 years, you want to give her a fridge. 2,000 rands.
30 years.
30 years of service. You want to give her a fridge and 2,000 rands. So what's your mangam?
Yeah, that level is it's a bit low, eh?
It's very, very low. It's very, very low. Why? So now it's issues like that to say, and because and I go back to say, you can never say a black person is racist. Is there a derogatory term that we call makhuwa kayon? Like, in as much as they call us kefas and niggas, did we ever come up with a term to sort of obanyanya fat? How can we be racist?
But you see, also to tie in what you said about them never ever liking us, it's also said because it's easy to hate people that hate each other. They don't love each other too as black people. So we've made it easy for them to look down on us.
Look down on us.
Yeah.
So
It's very easy.
So they don't have to do the job anymore.
No.
Like it's us.
No. They don't have to do the job anymore. Basharp, they can stay babe comfortable knowing worry. Bale batlo bolaya. Bale batlo. I'm sorry, and that's what they want, unfortunately. But up until Rena, of which what my sister is saying is very true, up until Rena, and that's why I said life as joke is not a joke. We need to take life seriously because we are an endangered species, and we need to stamp our authority as parents of humankind.
Yeah.
To say, hey, look here, we possess knowledge, knowledge of life, knowledge of the afterlife. We possess that knowledge. We know already now what's gonna happen in the afterlife. We know. We know. White people, Chinese, they don't know. Us, we know. That's why we take funerals so seriously. I'm sorry, because we know. So we need to go back to that time when we took life seriously. So and take life seriously, start loving one another. Xenophobia, it's divide and conquer. And I always say, okay, now Ndlovu wako South Africa is gonna kill Ndlovu wako Zimbabwe because Ndlovu wako Zimbabwe is a foreigner. Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Does that even make sense? So
Doesn't, yeah.
yeah, so Lorena, as Batu says, my sister says, we need to have and one of the biggest problems politically so that we have influence and to allow influence the opinions in our own government. Because yes, ANC is effing up, they are messing up. And so on. But that's a conversation we should have with them. White people must not be involved there. We must call our leaders into order. Say Rama, Zuma, whoever.
Yeah. Starts in our own house.
In our own house.
Yeah.
So now when and again, this is a big problem that I have the political landscape of South Africa to say, why must we have 300 parties? For who? Why?
In Africa.
In South Africa, not Africa, in more.
We have 300 parties.
Over. And again, the strategy sang. And that's why I easy low vote next year.
Yeah, ne.
Because I look at one thing, I've started analyzing things in this way. Prince, you are a billionaire.
Yeah, I mean.
Yes, you will be. You have interests.
Yeah.
And when you have interests, there's EFF left. There's FF plus.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy in the middle who sponsors both. What's in it for the guy? How can an entity sponsor EFF and FF plus simultaneously? It doesn't make sense. So again, and this is an opinion. It's divide and conquer to say, okay, you have a few black people who want ANC out of power because ANC sold us a lie for the past 30 years. Right. We did not, our ancestors did not fight for this nonsense that's happening because our ancestors fought, and that is the problem. We don't know what our ancestors were fighting for. Do you know the two main things our ancestors were fighting for? Was Steve Biko, Robert Sobukwe, Krisani, and them.
Yeah.
Land and self-determination. Self-determination is to say, rather, we determine our own journey, our own future. No one must come and tell us, as Batu Babantu, say, no, you must live like this, you must live like that. If you're going to kill each other, it's fine. That's self-determination. But now, Revolayana, on the command of who? Of the people that hold economic power. That's who gives the command. You understand? Revolayana on those grounds. But whereas, if, for example, as black people, we can say, bring our leaders together, we have one party. Right now we will choose who we want as our representative in that party. We would rather choose between, example, Malema, Ramaphosa, Mangosuthu Buthelezi in one party, rather than having to choose from them in 3 different parties.
Would you run for presidency? So okay, I think that's like the last question, right? So we have to close up. But I think we're gonna have you again on the show. I feel like we've got to Tantabele his edition. Like bring and bring people that that are, strong in terms of the topics also, and run it, like have a series like 5 episodes or something like that. Because we need that. I've been saying more social media, like Mamelodi, not only just Mamelodi, Pretoria needs more podcasts, which is not a Joburg influenced.
Yes.
Because we have our own stories, our own history,
our own content.
Yeah. So would you run for presidency?
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's an envelope, but yeah,
I would, but I probably won't last for more than 5 years if I was president. I'll be killed.
I was about to say they're probably gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
Thomas Sankara. I think I would be killed. Because of my principles, because of what I stand for, and I know myself character. I don't care who you are. You cannot bribe me.
No one can bribe you.
No. Mfowethu, I've gotten offers from musical stables saying you are lyrically gifted. We'll give you money, but they want me to sing about or to rap about things they want. No sexy girls. I won't do that. Even for money, I've refused money for that. Said no, I'll do my own thing on my own terms to teach, not to distract. No, I've gotten offers. Piano, piano nyana when you'll come in with your lyrics. Bona ke banyana ko hara piano dance. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Piano.
Piano. Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna do that.
No, I will not do that.
Yo, dog, you. It's just very few people like you that say, nah, Kesha.
I'm not gonna do that.
Is it coming from a calling that, you know what? Come.
I guess so. I guess it comes from a calling because, as I said once, nah. And this thing is possible in our generation, not even the next generation. All of us here, like, we can build a better society.
Oh, the social. Sbongeni. What's a party?
We must build a better society. And we need, but in doing that, we need to understand one thing, which is where I feel our current leaders, that's where they failed.
Yeah.
I'm big on African proverbs. And there's an African proverb that says, old men plant a tree knowing that they're never going to enjoy its shade. Our fight must be for our children, not for us. And that's where our leaders went wrong. They planted trees and they want to enjoy the shade immediately. You're not fighting for yourself. You're fighting for the next generation. Stop being selfish. If you are a leader, don't be selfish. You don't build for yourself. You build, again, African wisdom. It goes back to the red. For what you do, it was sereto for manama how. Abantwana baga prince and so. Yeah. If we can go back, we close up. We close up. We started. If we can go back to that, understanding that or what they mean. Yes. Hey.
You know, if that was on the recording, repeat your joke. You got St. Joe's interested now. Pick up concept, man.
Ready?
Mandela didn't enjoy Gautrain. So I think, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Can you go for Ditaba because you're gonna have to come again and also do like your series. Yeah. I'm sure you have people that maybe Batakasi or maybe even Joburg, anywhere that I think we haven't exposed them to such platforms.
Correct.
You know, because most of the even podcasts today, they've not gatekeeping. They're very selective, but yet bakwetse mabati for specific people and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, man, I appreciate your time.
Awesome.
You know,
Thank you for having me.
Black men, you're on your own. That's what I got from all of that.
Yes.
Black men are on your own. Yeah.
We won.
Oh, very.
Okay.
Hey, umpe thile ka ela ya Viano itseng.
Viano.
So yes, thank you, Moetry. They must also follow you where you also have a page.
Okay, TikTok at Moetry 87, Facebook Raw Unapologetic Poetry.
Yes, this guy is unapologetic.
200. I'm an author of 209 poems.
Hey. Hi guys. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe on the show. We forgot to say hey Taola.
Imagine.
And now that's the first thing I thought. I was like in the hall. I was not forget that, and I forgot. Here I am.
And Moetry also did a clip for us saying, Itaola, subscribe to the show. He pushed us.
By the way, a day before yesterday, I got you a white follower. One of my white friends is following you now. Before yesterday, I got you a white follower.
One of our kids.
Panabaruna. I got my kid to do what I want.
So don't forget to like and subscribe. So yeah, like and subscribe. And
And
also
comment.
and comments. Yes, comments.
Comments.
Very
Yeah, it's people's views, because what we also do on the show, we also make it's a dialogue. So maybe we're not bashing or crushing anyone, we're just sharing our point of views. And maybe someone who might be possibly interested in what we do could also want to comment and leave their their thoughts on the YouTube channel, not just on Facebook or Instagram. But it's also important to also share, because maybe you might not be interested, but someone might have a relative perspective on what we are sharing today. But anyway, from me to you,
Itaola.
hey, it's auto, hey, it's auto. But thanks, my man.